Hi guys, welcome to What Makeup. If you're new here, then hi, I'm Born and welcome to my channel. I'm gonna ditch these and do my intro again. Well, I'm trying to get myself used to wearing a mask because clearly these are not going anywhere soon, and these have become almost a permanent part of our closet, our fashion statement, our outfit of the day, matching up with our clothes, our accessories. And I thought, hell, why not? It should definitely be a part of your makeup routine as well, because honestly, since the time that I've been wearing masks and since this time of COVID that happened, let's be honest, I think a lot of us are almost ditching doing makeup altogether, because half your face being covered, you must be feeling that what's the point of doing the makeup. And even when you do wear your mask and take it off, you realize so much of the makeup has transferred on the mask. So I'm here to change that for you today with this video, where I'm going to show you how you can get this full face of makeup that I'm wearing right now, which is super wearable for daytime, super long wearing, and also you can turn it up and amp it up like I have with a little bit of eye makeup and switching it up with a little bit of glitter and mascara and all that good stuff. If you want to know how you can do this makeup look that you can wear with your mask on, then continue watching. Okay, so first things first is foundation. Now, before I even get into the whole gamut of products and what I'm going to use for today's video for this look, one thing that you guys will have to keep in mind, and you will also see in the products that I'm going to use, that nothing should be hydrating or dewy or glossy, because that always will have the chance of transferring to your mask and also fading out in the entire day as you take on your mask off and you wear it back on. Begin with foundation. This is the foundation that I'm using, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I'm in the shade Classic Tan. I have talked about this foundation before. This is one of my most loved foundations. If you guys have watched my videos before, it has a really nice coverage and a great consistency, and it's very long wearing. I'm going to take, this pump is stuck. It has a very nice consistency, which is matte, but it's not drying, and I have dry to combination skin, so I normally do not really reach out for matte foundations, but this one has a really nice texture and it does not feel exaggerated on my skin in terms of my dry areas, and it doesn't cling on to those areas at all. And I'm going to blend this out using a damp sponge. I've already prepped my skin with my regular moisturizer, my sunscreen. You guys know I'm the biggest advocate when it comes to sunscreen. So I've already done all of that, and I'm basically going in with my foundation next. So this is with one pump. I apologize if the lighting is going in and out, because the weather and the sun is completely shifting constantly. So I might look a little bright and a little not so bright in some parts of the video. So I apologize. But this is basically one full layer of the foundation, and it's really nice, really light. So the next product that I'm going to go in is with a concealer, and I'm using the concealer of the same brand, the NYX Can't Stop. Okay, focus, here we go. Oh, there we go. The NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm in the shade Neutral Tan. This again is a very nice concealer to wear. So one thing that you will probably have to keep in mind while you're doing a concealer is, again, reach out for a concealer that does not crease up on your skin, around your eyes, or does not exaggerate the lines around your eyes, because even while you might not be wearing your concealer in the entire face, with your mask on, like something like this, it is going to cover up quite a few parts around your eye area. So you want to use something that's not too heavy, that's not too dense in its consistency, and is lightweight. So I'm basically going to go in the inner and outer corners of my eyes, because I don't really want a completely bright eye to wear in a daytime duration. And a little bit across my nose, on my forehead like so, around my chin, and a little bit around my nose like this, because this is the part where your foundation and concealer kind of starts wearing off the fastest, and I have a little bit of pigmentation there as well. I usually also go in with a color corrector, but today I'm just not choosing to, because like I said, this is going to be a daytime casual look. If I do wear it in the evening or for more kind of a formal scene, I might have color corrected, but in a regular day-to-day basis, I'm okay with my makeup looking like this with the concealer on its own without any color correcting. So this is my face with the foundation and concealer. The next thing that we're going to do is going to set this concealer in place, and I'm using the Laura Mercier the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Oh god, not focusing. Here we go. The Laura Mercier translucent powder, and you can use any translucent powder, something from Maybelline, K by Katrina. I've been hearing so many reviews about it and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to I'm yet to try it out and get my hands on it. So what I like to do when it comes to setting my makeup, and this is a great technique for people like me who have dry skin. So I usually go in with the sponge itself. This is the damp sponge. I take in a little bit of product and I go in directly with this under my eyes and I set my concealer. So what this does is, this versus setting with a powder brush, I feel this does not make my under eye area that dry, has less chances of creasing versus using a powder, because the dampness of the sponge kind of retains the hydration and the kind of moisture that my skin has from within. I also take it a little across my chin, the places basically where I conceal, and then for the remaining face I use my regular powder brush, take in a little bit of product, dab off the excess and just lightly dust across my face. So this is a very nice way of keeping your makeup very fresh, not very dry, not very baked sorts, because I think people with dry skin, you should stay away and use the bare minimum amount of product when it comes to powder products, and especially setting your face is the main step that can be a game changer in the way your face looks at the end. So that is my face set. Now the next thing is to add in a little bit of color, because obviously I'm looking so flat, probably like the wall right behind me, and I need to add up some bronzer and blush. So for my bronzer, I'm going to use this one from L'Oreal. I love, oh god, focus, yeah, I love this bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Back to Bronze. It's not very warm, and for especially people like me, and if you have dusky skin and dusky complexion like me, you don't want to use bronzers that are too golden and too yellow, because it can make you look too orangey when you step out in the sun. So something like this is a very nice color to use. So I'm basically going to take a little bit of product and go in the hollows of my cheek, which is this part right here, a little bit across the temples, on the opposite side as well, around my forehead, and a little bit around my nose. I'm not really big into nose contouring and stuff because maybe I've never needed it, but yeah, a little bit of the bronzer across your nose kind of just makes it a little more cohesive and brings a little bit of life into your face versus your face looking very flat. So I always take my bronzer and even my blush, in fact, around my nose and across your jawline, because who doesn't want a chiseled jawline? I do. With all the food that we've been eating in this entire quarantine situation, I want all the chiseling that I can with my bronzer. The next thing that we are going to go in is with a blush. Yes, this is Mocha by MAC. It has a very nice cool tone pink color, and I'm going to take it with my blush brush, smile, so that I have the apples of my cheeks highlighted and coming out. I also take my blush along my temples. God, I'm stuttering so much today. Well, I'm always stuttering when it comes to these videos, but I am taking my blush across my temples as well, because it just puts my face together in shape and highlights my features. You want to use more products that are matte based and matte finishes, because something that has sheen to it is always going to have more chances of transferring to your mask, and you don't want that. So this is a very nice matte blush option for people with dusky and darker complexion like me. Okay, so that is my blush done. There you go. Brow Artist by L'Oreal is kind of broken and crimped up really bad, because I've been using this brow pencil for the longest time. So I don't really do anything much with my brows on a regular basis. I just generally thread them out at home, and I just take out the extras and just clean up the top and the bottom, and I just comb my brows like this with this spoolie end. So that is that. I'm just going to comb out my brows again like this so that this just evenly spreads out the product. And next we come to the eyes. Now the eyes are the main focus when it comes to this makeup look, because with your mask covering the major portion of your face, the eyes are the main place where you can play around, do something. And what I would suggest that you can do on the most regular basis that really puts your eyes in focus is doing a classic wing liner, because it's the most natural and the most elegant way of making your eyes come forward in your face, and also accentuating this part of your face, giving your face a lot of shape and definition. I don't really do the classic liquid wing liner with the one that comes in a bottle. What I do is I use a kohl like this. This is a brown colored kohl from Nykaa. This is the Glamour Eyes pencil. And I usually stick to bronze or copper or brown colored kajals, because for someone like me who has dusky skin, I think it's the most complementary shade to wear on your eyes versus black, which I find is a little too harsh. So what I do is, and you want to use any kind of kajal which is very creamy in texture and consistency, because we're going to blend this out. So I'm going to show what exactly I'll do. I'll firstly go in the waterline like this, and you want to do one part of your eye in one go, because this does dry out very quickly. Firstly fill in with a little bit of product, and I'm going to smudge this out with a smudger brush like this. So in the lower part of my waterline, I don't go in with a lot of product because I like it to be light and not very heavy in the daytime. For the upper part, the same thing, I'm lining my eye with the product. It doesn't have to be neat and it doesn't have to be clean, because you're going to smudge it out anyways. And using the brush, I'm going to blend this part out. I'm also flicking out the end a little bit, because it kind of gives the illusion of a smoky winged eyeliner, and that's the kind of look that I want. Now also, while smudging, you've got to remember, you can choose the kind of width that you want in terms of smudging out the liner. If you are wearing it in the daytime, I would suggest that go in with not a very broad smudged out smoky line, because that might look too heavy. But for evening, I think that's perfect, or something like a dinner or something that you're going out at night. But in the daytime, just go on with a more thin and a lean line. I've already smoked it and smudged it out, and you can see that this gives a very nice illusion of a smoky eye without having to do anything with eyeshadow and a 10 makeup brush set whole deal. It's very quick and very easy, and this is going up till half of my lid, which is enough for me. If you want to go in more, you can, but this is enough. And I'm going to repeat the same process on the other eye. So as you can see, this is my eye, how it looks after I've smudged out the liners. You can very well say that it looks so smoky. Now this is how I would leave it in the daytime, but for evening, what you can do is basically use any cream eyeshadow like this. This one is from Colourpop. Of course, it's not available in India, but there are lots of options like this that are available in other brands. Wet n Wild does it. They are also available in crayon or stick formats with Bobbi Brown, Kiko Milano, L'Oreal does it. So reach out for any cream color eyeshadow. And this, what you can do is, it's so easy to use. If you are heading out for something that is a little bit more like a party, obviously with social distancing, or maybe we're catching up with friends, or if you're going out for a dinner date, you can do this basic smoky eye, and using the cream shadow like this on your ring finger, just take it across your eyes like this, rubbing it on your lids, and it instantly adds a kind of glam and amped up look with all the glitter particles. You don't need to do anything much, but just apply this with your ring finger, and it makes it look super party ready. Using maximum amount of the product on the main area of the lid and rubbing it across the ends on the upper outside areas of your eyes, because that's where the cream product is going to just easily blend out. So there you go, those are my eyes, and I'm completely ready for maybe heading out to a party. And of course I'm going to finish up with some mascara, but for these cream eyeshadows, what I'll recommend is, I have these already in multiple colors. This one is a more pinky tone that I've used on my eyes right now. This one is in a bronze tone. You can get in a couple of shades, that's silver, copper, gold, which you can mix and match with your outfits, because if not for now, but even for the festive season that's coming up, these colors will mostly go with most of your outfits, even if you're wearing western or ethnic. And obviously I'm going to finish up with loads of mascara, because that's just going to make the entire face come alive. That's 2 coats of L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I love this mascara. Doesn't it look like I'm wearing falsies? Yeah, very nice. And for the lips, I'm going to go in with my matte lipstick. Like I said, everything has to be matte so that it's transfer proof. I'm using the MAC Meher lipstick, and it's a very nice shade for someone like me with a dusky skin tone. Sorry, I can't talk while applying lipstick. It's a little pinky for my preference right now, so I'm going to use a neutral lip liner to kind of make it a little more wearable for this look. There we go, lips and all done. And finally I'm going to set all of this makeup in place using the MAC Fix Plus. And this is the final makeup look. Really nice sparkly eyes. Even if you ditch the eyeshadow, it's nice to wear it with the smoky kajal as is. And I'm going to wear on my boring N95 mask and show you guys that it is super wearable for daytime. I can't talk with these on, but you can see around the eyes with the mascara, it looks very nice and put together. I'm going to take it off for the remaining part of the video. Even if you're wearing your regular N95 or your surgical mask or whatever mask that you're wearing, maybe matching up with your clothes, just play around with the eye area. And another tip that I can tell you guys is that add in a piece of accessory or two here and there, because now even this is a must-have piece of accessory when it comes to your outfit and wardrobe. So why not switch up your earrings, you know, wear some nice funky hoops or earrings like this, maybe add in a couple of bracelets. And the best accessory that you can have in daytime is a pair of sunglasses. So this is definitely going to be a way to make yourself look trendy and happening even while you have to wear a mask on a regular basis. But I hope you guys find this video hopeful and useful, and if you do try out this makeup the next time you head out, then don't forget to tag me in your pictures on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos from me and What Makeup, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell, because duh, you don't want to miss my Monday uploads. I'm going to see you guys next time. Have a great week. Stay safe. Bye.